the scene for a second. I'm off a bean in a 7. I'm coughing, lean and sweating. Tweak at 10:59 and we cross the scene at 11. I toss a beam on a 7. We off the scene in a second. Lately I talk to God like all I need is a blessing. Cause all this grieving and stressing is starting to lead to depression. I ain't never worry cause all I need is a weapon. I treat them like class session. Play with me and learn the lesson.
These niggas gonna learn something today, you hear me?
Shout out to DJ TV.
Y'all know what the fuck going on, man. I be doing me, don't make it you or me. Or it just might be you. Today we got in the building, who we got?
Finesse hustle, man. DTH finesse, man.
Same clothes, week long, I'm in beast mode. A1 day ones wanna leash.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. And where you from, Finesse?
I'm from out west, Chicago, but you know, I've been out in Minnesota and shit, so this is where it's at, you know?
Yep.
Type shit, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. And then, you know, I know you personally, I already been, you know, I'm kind of hip to your music, but can you describe what type of music you make to people who ain't heard it?
So shit, I like straight bars, street rap, you know what I'm saying? Corner boy shit, real life situations that people already know about. You gonna hear the shit that people don't even really mention, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Okay. And then, so just tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, I don't want to keep you here too long answering questions,
Right.
but at least let us know where you from, you know, how you came up, and how you get into music.
So shit, like I said, I'm from out west Chicago, but the way I got into music was really like jail, you know what I'm saying? Sitting in a cell and shit, you know, after you be in a cell and you done rapped every song and sung every song your mama used to listen to and all type of shit in a cell. So shit, you start doing your own little shit. You listen to your little favorite song. So that's really how it came about. So I used to be in there like rapping and shit, well, writing poetry, trying to pimp that pen, trying to get some money in that bitch. But then shit, everybody in there beating on tables, shit like that, kicking on the dough, beating on the dough. So I started doing my little thing, rapping and shit. So once I got out, my cousin them was rapping and shit in the city. So I don't know, shit. It's gonna be people watching this bitch from Chicago. So it was like Power 92 was popping and shit. Yeah. And they used to have this nigga named Shy Blizz on the radio station. So that was my first time going to the studio. I was like on 119th and Mayberry or some shit. It's like south side of shit. So we went all the way out there and shit. From there, shit, I was hooked. I just kept on rapping. But what slowed me down, because I've been up here rapping too, so what slowed me down, going in and out of jail, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So every time I build up some momentum, that shit gets shot down, you know, going to jail and shit. So like right now, shit, I just been trying to build that shit back up. I got a clothing line, drop team, don't rely on people to earn any money. Just for the go get a lifestyle and the attitude, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a person, like if you know me, shit. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna act on it. We come up with an idea, I'm gonna act on it. You know what I'm saying? It's about some money. I'm with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I invest in myself. I do everything. You know what I mean? I'm making my own clothes, shit. I shoot videos. I shoot content, whatever. You know. All about, cause all this shit come back full circle. Fashion, the music, all go back to the music and shit. So sometimes you might have a song and shit, motherfuckers don't know you and shit, you know, you want to get yourself out there. This why this right here is good, so people can get to know, you know what I'm saying, who they listening to, the type of person it is and shit. So like I said, with me, the kind of music I just make street music, you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of my shit you ain't gonna be able to dance to, you know what I'm saying? This the type of shit you gonna want to smoke, think, you probably getting some money, you probably on the highway, nervous. You can cut this shit on, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna build your confidence up to go out there and do what you need to do.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit right there. Okay. So that's what's up, man. That's a lot of good information. Actually, speaking of that, and this would probably be my last question, but speaking of that, like the jail stories and stuff. I think you got like a channel where you talk about jail stories.
Yeah, I do. It's called Hood Prison Stories and shit. So I've been getting locked up since probably like the age of 11. You know what I'm saying? Like all kind of shit. You know, drugs, guns, the same shit. You know, typical street shit. So, but just so happened my shit started earlier than the average person. Most people they go to jail, they probably 14, 15, 17, brush in with the law, but my shit that started from an early age and shit. Like I was telling you, I'm from Chicago. I'm from the projects too. Also, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the Jane Addams and shit. You know, that's over there like Racine and Taylor and shit like that. And so yeah, so just you already know what the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So shit. I done seen so much, you know what I'm saying, did so much, lived so much. I done been state to state. I done probably been, about 2 months ago, I was in LA, so that, in California and shit, so that was probably like my 35th state. I've been traveling state to state since I was a shorty and shit. My mama used to move around a lot. She had a boyfriend and shit. He was like, I don't know, like, you could say like a con man, he was a grifter and shit. Nigga named JoJo and shit. So like he'd come on furloughs and shit from the joint, and we'd hit the highway and do what he do. You know what I'm saying? He was a short changer. So a short changer is a person that can go to the cash register, pay for like a piece of gum, anything. You know what I'm saying? Something small, but they gonna have the cashier break the money down. So they want and get more. So the way they do it, for the most part, like they go in the store, probably say they bought a book or something for about $5-6. They gonna pay for it with $100 bill. With that $100 bill though, knowing the book only costs $5, they gonna ask for they change back in exact bills. So then the wingman come in. That's what the wingman come in. So as he or she trying to get the bills, somebody gonna be in their ear talking, probably acting like a frustrated customer behind them and shit like that. So that's what we used to do. So we pretty much survived like that. So like $100, we'll walk out with about $400-500. Not myself, but as I was a kid and shit. So you know, I got in on the act. You know what I'm saying? At the cash register, probably touching shit. So that's causing confusion. I'm yelling. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I grew up though. Just state to state. You know what I'm saying? But we'll always end up back in Chicago. So my mom moved out here back in the 90s and shit. But shit, in the 90s, late 90s, I was already locked up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I didn't even get a chance to come up here. But by being from Chicago, Minnesota, like the promised land. All our aunties, uncles come up here. They dope fiends in the city. They come up here like, girl, they doing good up here. You know what I'm saying? Kids clean, you know, shit like that. So this always been a promised land. So I was locked up down south and shit, and I end up, you know, I was thinking like, man, I need to get the fuck from down here. This shit like modern day slavery. I'm working in fields and shit, picking lima beans and all kind of shit, small onions, just chopping down tall grass. It just was a wild situation in TDC and shit. So I was like, man, I'm get on the Greyhound. I'm gonna go back home and shit. So you know, that's how most people do when they down on their luck. They go back home and try to regroup. So that's what I did. So while I was there, I end up had to pay my debt to society again, because the whole time I'm on parole and got locked up in Texas. So when I come back, I'm in the streets out there, and I end up getting locked up. So I had to finish my parole time plus the little time that I had caught and shit. So once I did that, I got out and shit, and then I was in the city and shit for a few months trying to make something happen. And I got some people up here. My mom brother, he was up here. He passed away though, but like he was up here and shit. And I got a few cousins and shit, South Minneapolis, North Minneapolis and shit. So I ended up coming up here when I got out of prison. And I've been up here ever since and shit, you know. And I brought the music shit with me, just all my little street stories from state to state, how I've been living and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do too much talking, so like, this like one of my first interviews and shit. I post shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm more with the words and shit. So, but yeah.
Well, man, we definitely appreciate having you. And one thing I could say personally is that you could definitely hear the experience and the stuff that you've been through in your music. But I'm gonna leave that up to them. We gonna go ahead and let you dive in that water, man.
For sure, man. Let's do it.
What is this?
Sitting in that cell, I seen the hearts of men walking down 5, but my cellie had more than 10. Me and Monroe made hoops so we could fill our bins. Trying to raise my kids, do phone calls and they ain't listening. Bitch must be bad mouthing me and doing dicks again. Guess I'm lucky that I'm built to win. Fresh out of jail, my main fiends gon' fill me in. Now I'm back serving all the niggas that was serving them. Drop team jeans on some weak Tims, talking real GDs, then we them. Letting off more than 50 shots when we see them. On Hennepin, used to pump the 3 for 10, Mon Young coming in, you dig? Now I catch plays on the low, been getting it off the stove since Twin Towns and Soho. I hit the road to have a hoe and out a posto. She cried me a river, I'ma hop in a tugboat. 5K pack, put it on the floor, these niggas just popular and broke. Oh my mama, that's some shit you can quote. Cancer patient, I'm addicted to smoke. Young niggas, old niggas, I be shooting them both.
Your boy DTH Finesse, and I just dived in that water with DG.